The innermost self in you is Antaryami. The innermost self in you is not only related to what you consider yourself, your body, mind, etc. The innermost self in you is the ruling the entire cosmos. And look at it in another way, even the smallest things of this world is ruled by the same divine source. Om Nilambuja Shyamal Komalangam Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panavu Maha Sayakacharu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvanshanatham. Adorations to Lord Rama, whose complexion is like a blue lotus, is very tender and delightful in appearance. Sita is seated on his left side, and he is carrying a powerful bow and arrow in his hands. And we are going into the Kanda, verse number 149. The stories of Rama's descent. What led Rama, God, the Absolute, to enter into Avatara stage, to become incarnated as a human being. All this story is highly mystical. There's two aspects of it. Follow this story and it entertains your mind. And while you are being entertained, you are being given a profound medicine. But not like normal medicines. Normal medicines tastes good in the beginning, but in the inside is something poisonous. But the divine medicine tastes in the beginning good, at least it's gooder. So good it blows your mind away. So it couldn't be given directly. It has to be also covered up. You remember the story of Manu and Satarupa. They practiced intense austerity. And as a result of their profound devotion, Lord Rama appeared before them. Dani Shiromani Kripa Nidhi Nath Kahau Sati Bhau Chahau Tumai Samana Sut Prabhu San Kavan Durau. And divine Rama, Brahman in the form of Rama, asked, O king, I am the best among those who are charitable. Dani Shiromani. People can give gifts, but gifts perish. So they are not giver of good gifts. But my gift doesn't perish. So I am the best of the givers. Kripa Nidhi. I am the ocean of grace. You remember, 4 aspects of grace. Ishwar Kripa is the profound level of grace. Guru Kripa. But before Guru Kripa, Atma Kripa. Atma Kripa, you develop aspiration for attaining enlightenment. Or you develop desire for being guided on the spiritual path. Then you are led to Guru Kripa. You are guided by a Guru. And there is final Kripa. That Kripa is Shastra Kripa. The scriptures you read, they play tricks with you. The reality hides from your view. And all you read the words, and here and there you see worms eating the words. I'm joking. But the idea of relating to people read the scriptures. So many people quote scriptures. But how much do you understand? There lies the Shastra Kripa. Have you received the grace of the scripture? You receive the grace of the scripture. Your reading the scripture, your study brings about transformation in your personality. It doesn't stay only as a theoretical knowledge. It brings changes in a spiritual way. Not ordinary change, transformational change. So, Lord Rama says, I am the best among givers. I am the ocean of compassion, Kripa. Rather, this is to put it a little differently, this was the king who addresses God in these terms. O God, you are the best among the givers. You are the ocean of compassion. O Lord, I am presenting my sincere wish. I want a son like you. He's teaching God because nobody is like him. I don't want to hide my feeling from you, O Lord. This is my feeling. This is my wish. I want a son like you, knowing very well that he has tricked God. These words should not confuse you. You should understand in a humor sentiment. देखी प्रीति सुनी बचन अमोले एवं मस्तु कृप करुणा निधि बोले आप सरिस खोजं कहाँ जाई नृपतो तनय होब मैं आई. Seeing the profound love of the king and his insightful words, God, who is the ocean of compassion, he said, Eva must let it be so. But where can I go on finding someone like myself? Save me from this trouble. I will become your own son. So while the story goes on in its own way, the message behind it, to develop love of God. The love of God can be developed by entertaining different attitudes. In the previous talk I have given to you, and I'm never tired of repeating the same thing. The first stage, Shanta. You don't have any determination of what form and what appearance of God should you devote yourself to. But God, an abstract view of God, begins to rule your heart. And nobody else knows it, and you know it. Called Shantaras. In this stage of love, there is no discussion. I love Rama. He says, no, why don't you love Shiva? Love Hanuman. I've been benefited by Durga. So when you discuss your love with others, you get unnecessarily distracted. You believe your own self-evidence, and you are led by your own taste. Shanta. Another type of love is Vatsalya. View God as a source of love. The love so tender. The only thing can be compared to is parental love. Even among the parents, mother's love becomes highlighted. Just like a mother loves a baby. May I love God. Don't go after the exact literal imagery. The idea is to understand love of a mother to a baby has a totally profound source. It is an universal source. Every mother loves her baby. All over the animals, birds, even fishes, even crocodiles. So it is so spontaneous that if you have that level of that type of love, which does not ask anything in exchange, I'm loving you for a long time, and what type of gift have you given me? If you do like that, I won't love you anymore. Just as a mother enjoys loving the child in all conditions without expecting anything in return, except, of course, the child smiles, looks at the face of the mother. Then there is Dasya Bhakti. Feel I am a slave, God is a master. I am just an instrument in God's hands. And Madhurya Bhav, the state where sweetness of love reaches at the height. And it just gives you only a little spark is seen in human love. So it's compared to love at its height. Human being loving another in a profound way. Just to give you a little episode. A young girl, a young lady in love goes to meet her lover. It's a village story by the banks of a river. But while she is going, she is so immersed in her love. He walks over the sacred seat of a Mahatma. And the Mahatma says, "Are you blind?" And she says to him, "I'm in love with a mortal personality. And I'm not unable to see anything, but I'm intoxicated by that love. And you are supposed to love God. And your whole attention is on your seat. Thank God I'm not a lover like you. I spice of this story. So that's called Shringara Ras, Madhurya Ras. That's what illustrated by Radha's love for Krishna. Now, without going to that, all those details, let me get back to the story. So that is what he chose in his boon, that may God be loved by him with Vatsalya Bhav. If you have that, automatically you have secured your liberation. Having given boon to Manu, Lord turned his attention to Satarupa. Satarupa hi biloki kar jore, देवी मांग बर जोय जो रुचि तोरे जो वरुनाथ चतुर नृपमागा सोई कृपाल मोहि अति प्रिय लागा. Shatarupa, who was with folded hands, Lord said to her, O Devi, ask any desire that you have. Present your wish. Ask any boon. And Shatarupa said, O Lord, this clever king, whatever he has asked, I like the same thing. But what I'm leading you to, the use of the word clever, how clever it is. Sanskrit word chatvari. Chatvari, four. Four noble truths. From chatvari in Hindi comes chatur. Ordinarily translated as clever. But you are truly clever if you are aware of the four important purposes of life. 4 points. What are they? Chatvari Arya Satyani in Buddhist language. The noble truths are 4. First truth, pain. Yogic term is here. What is to be abandoned? Pain is to be abandoned. Here, hetu, what's the cause of pain? Han, what happens if pain has been completely removed? Hanopai, what is the method of attaining that state? It's called 4 important points that all Indian philosophies work upon for the cause of pain. Without my going to details in it, ignorance is the cause of pain. And what is the method of removing ignorance? In Raja Yoga philosophy, 8 limbs of yoga. Practice yoga sadhana, integral yoga. And what happens when pain is completely out? You become liberated. So pain, cause of pain, the method of removing pain, and cessation of pain. If that is leading your life on, then you are very clever. Otherwise, you are dull with. You are eating the same food that you have been vomited again and again. So that's meaning behind the word chatur. प्रभु परंतु सुठी होती दिखाई, जतपि भगत हित तुम्हि सोहाई. तुम ब्रह्मादि जनक जग स्वामी, ब्रह्म सकल उर अंतर जामी. O Lord, I'm expressing my presumption. Dhithai means a kind of impertinence. Something you are doing wrong and insist on doing wrong. Lovingly. Every word has its own mental description. You are the Lord of Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. You are Antaryami, the indwelling self in all. The word Antaryami is a very significant word in the Upanishads. What is there that dwells in the sun and the sun doesn't know it, and rules over the sun? And that abides in your very self. The innermost self in you is Antaryami. The innermost self in you is not only related to what you consider yourself, your body, mind, etc. The innermost self in you is the ruling the entire cosmos. And look at it another way, even the smallest things of this world is ruled by the same divine source. That becomes a basis for Vedantic meditation. Everything in this world, even a grass that grows, who is behind the grass, giving all the intelligence how to draw the exact chemicals needed? What is making it grow? What will make it bring beautiful flowers? Same type of source you have. So, O Lord, you are that Antaryami. असमुझत मन संशय होई, कहा जो प्रभु प्रमाण पुनि सोई. And therefore my mind is hesitating to ask. That what I'm going to ask is not, I don't deserve it. But since you have said, ask any boon, I'm going to bring out my impertinence. जे निज भगत नाथ तब आही, जो सुख पावहि जो गति लाही. O Lord, those who are your devotees and all the incomparable bliss that they enjoy and the supreme goal they attain, सोई सुख सोई गति सोई भगति, सोई निज चरण सनेहु, सोई विवेक सोई रानी प्रभु, हम ही कृपा करि देहु. Give me that type of joy that your devotee feels towards you, whom you love very much. And give me that goal that your devotee gets. And give me that type of devotion. Give me love for your lotus feet. Give me all that knowledge that a devotee possesses. And the style of life that he lives, give me all. Simple terms, make me your devotee. Bhagavad Bhakta. Gita goes through describing the qualities of a devotee. And Krishna goes on saying, such a person is dear to me. Just to understand, God is equal to all. Why should he should develop any attitude of someone being dear to him? Let me give you a simple way to understand. There are thousands of pots containing water of a different type with different chemicals and different states, some shaky water, some shimmering water, and so forth. The sun shines in all of them. But that pot that has clear water, in that sun shines in a special way. That's a favoritism on the part of sun. So such a devotee is dear to me, who possesses nirmal mind free of impurity. Suni mridu gudha ruchira bara rachana, kripa sindhu bole mridu bachana. Hearing the words of the queen, the words that are profoundly embellished. Mridu, which is a poetic picture is given, is komal, very soft. Good, profound. Manohar, enchanting. Words that put in a very summary state, words that can capture Satchidananda, Sat Ananda. In Hindu culture, it is dramatized. You go into a picturesque setting of nature, and poet will describe the breeze was blowing was Sheetal Manda Sugandha. Sheetal, cool. Mand, gentle. Sugandh, aromatic. Pointing to Satchit Ananda. And that type of simile is applied in many areas. Your dealings with others, if it is on a profound level, your dealings will be komal, mugur, manohar. Matu viveka laukika tore, kabahu na mitihi anugraha more, bandi charana manu kaheu bahori, avara eka binati prabhu mori. And Lord Rama says, oh mother, already she became a mother. By my grace, your incomparable spiritual insight will never be lost. You will gain all that. Hearing this, King Manu became a little more excited, inspired, and said, oh Lord, there's one more binti, one more prayer for you, one more boon I ask of you. Sutta vishayik tava padarati ho, mui bada moodha kahe lekin ko, mani binu phani jimi jala binu meena, mama jeevan timi tumahi adhina. O Lord, may I develop love for your lotus feet. What type of love? Just as a father loves his beloved son. And no matter whatever may be the opinion of others, others may call me dull-wit, but this is what I want. You be my son, and I love you profoundly. And just as a fish cannot live without water, and a special type of snake cannot live without a little diamond, a kind of a pearl on its hood, that will require your biological study. But focus your attention on, just like a fish cannot live without water. In other words, my love for you should become unique, outstanding, excelling all forms of love. And I live only for that love. Of course, in a storyline, King Dasharatha dies when Rama goes into the forest. But that's storyline, and we will get to that later. But the basic point to understand that you are not really sustained by the worldly experiences. And yet human mind continues to breathe in the world atmosphere. This is what keeps you alive. But the reality should be, the whole world is Ramamaya. Rama alone is. And nothing else can please your mind. Your mind is set upon attaining that goal. This all seems like a difficult thing to understand, but simple point. All illuminations of the sun have so many variations. You can never be bored. But behind all the illuminations, if you are really wise, you are simply loving the sun. So why to go after illuminations and go on taking trip after trip, being embodied again and again? Instead, don't live without that sun. See that sun in all reflections. Nothing should. And if there is any, the mind has that type of a set that I cannot be separated from God even for a moment. Asbaru mangi charana gari gahi raheu, eva mast karuna nidhi kaheu. Thus saying, the king clasped the feet of the Lord, and Lord said, Eva mastu, let it be so. But now, both of you go to heavenly world of Indra and stay there until you are being led to become King Dasharatha, and the other one will be Kaushalya. Here again, the point is given. Good karmas have two stages. First stage, good karmas that allow you to develop abundance of sattva. Sattva allows you to develop devotion to God. When devotion to God has come to a very high level, you go through a certain transition. First transition, you go to the heavenly enjoyment. All enjoyment become available for you, but enjoyment relating to the world process, called bhoga, all become possible, but you are not restricted by that heavenly enjoyment. All souls led by their good karma go to heaven, but they are restricted. After the heavenly enjoyment, they come down and go into embodiments. But Dasharatha type, this Manu Satarupa type, as a result of their all that austerity and devotion to God, they go to heavenly enjoyment, have heavenly fun, but they are not going to get back to normal cycle of birth and death. Now they become Dasharatha and Kaushalya. And in the storyline, they bring out the whole Rama as a story. In brief, the moral is, strive for attaining heaven, but add to it, not a heaven as your final stop, but as a passage to moksha. Do sattvic deeds that will give you joy, but the joy should not inflate your ego. The joy should allow you to transcend your ego. So that's the subtler meaning behind. Now Lord Rama continues, Ichha maya narvesha samare, hoyahu pragat niket tumhare. I will incarnate in your house, led by my own will. I will be born in your family with anshas. Ansha refers to the 4 aspects of Rama. Each aspect has a certain degree of divinity behind. So Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrughna, Rama is the main incarnation. The other brothers are rays of Rama. The mystic mathematics has been presented by Tulsi. Later it will be further clarified. That is, in the storyline, King Dasharatha finds a fruit as a boon, and that fruit has to be given to his 3 queens. Half of that he gives to Kaushalya. So Kaushalya gets the 50% of incarnation as Rama. Now, in the other half, he divides into 2. 1/4 he gives to Kaikeyi. So that's 25% is Bharata. 50% is Rama. And 12.5% is Shatrughna, and same as Lakshmana. You add them all up, 7%. Unsunset. Why go through all this? To understand the role of integral yoga. Karma yoga is Shatrughna. Bhakti, devotion is Bharata. Meditation practices, dhyana is Lakshmana. And Rama is jnana, wisdom. When these 4 enter into your personality, the Ramayana begins to start. Soon we get into monkey visitors. Start controlling the monkey mind. Je suni sadar nadam bada bhagi, Bhavatarihahi mamata madatyadi. So, having incarnated with 4 aspects, I will present a divine story, the Ramayana. Those fortunate people who listen to this Ramayana with devotion, by removing mamata and mada, mamata is deluded form of feeling of love, of affection. These things are mine, mamata. Mada, conceit. Simple point is, by mentioning these two, is mentioning the malas, all gross impurities. The more your mind is free of perverted desire, kama, krodha, anger, lobha, greed, mada, conceit, moha, delusion, matsarya, jealousy. The more you remove those, greater is your ability to enter into the sweetness of Ramayana. Ramayana is scripture. The grace of Ramayana is hailed from you. But when you purify yourself, go on purifying, the same Ramayana begins to inspire you in a profound way. The same scripture begin to open up bigger treasure that you didn't imagine before. But if you remain just intellectual without removing the impurities, then you can go on gaining lots of scriptural knowledge. And you can develop a PhD of it. Quote all the scriptures and yet remain Ravana with 10 heads. पूर्वऊब मैं अभिलाष तुम्हारा सत्य सत्यपन सत्य हमारा. I will fulfill your wishes. Lord Rama says, 3 times he says, this is the truth, this is the truth, this is the truth. My words will be absolutely fulfilled. Resolute. The words will be unfailing. Puni puni asakahi kripa nidhana antardhana bhaye bhagavana. Thus saying again and again, the Lord disappeared. Dampati urdhari bhagat kripala tahi ashram nivase kachukala. This king and queen, they stayed in that ashram for a while. And in a very simple way, spontaneous way, they departed from their bodies. And their souls entered into Indra's heaven, as I've already explained. And from there, they wait to come into embodiment in the form of King Dashratha and Kaushalya. यह इतिहास पुनीत अति उमहि कही विषकेतु भरद्वाज सुनु अपर पुनि राम जन्म तर हेतु. Sage Yajnavalkya is relating this to Bharadwaj, that this story was related by Shiva to Parvati. Now listen to another story related to Rama's incarnation. Now this story relates to the birth of Ravana, Kumbhakarna. In order for Rama to incarnate, you have to also understand the demons. What the story behind the demoniac development. Sulumuni katha puneet purani Jo girija prati sambhu bakhani. This is an ancient, sacred story that Shiva related to Parvati. Vishwavidita ekakaikaya deshu satyaketutaha basai nareshu. In this world, there is a famous country called Kaikaya. Hindu people identify it with Afghanistan. That has no, I'm joking, that has no reality behind. Satyaketu taha basai nareshu. So there was a great king, Satyaketu, who lived in the country Kaikaya. The subtle implication again behind Kaikaya word is, what is it? It's a question mark. It's not an answer in itself, it is a question. It's like www. Who, whether, why. Put these three together, it's a Kaikaya country. The king's name was Satyaketu. Ketu refers to banner, it's the truth. He highlighted truth in his personality. Dharam dhurandhara niti nidhana, teja pratap shila balavana. He was the sustainer of the wheel of dharma. He was the fountain store of righteous conduct, full of valor, gentleness, and spiritual strength. Ke bhai jugal sutabira, sabgun dhama maharana dhira. He had two sons who were storehouse of great qualities and great heroes in battle. Rajdhani jo de cheta suta ahi, nama pratapa bhanu asatahi. Now, the heir apparent to the throne, the elder son, was known as Pratapa Bhanu. Bhanu is sun, Pratap is radiance, glory. His glory was like the effulgence of the sun. Apar sutahi ari mardana nama, bhujabala atula achala sangrama. She had two sons. So one son who is going to be the heir apparent is Pratapa Bhanu. The other one, the younger one, is known as Ari Mardan. Ari is enemies. Mardan who destroys them, crushes them. Bhujabala atula achala sangrama. And he was endowed with immense strength, like a mountainous steadiness in severe battle. Bhaihi bhaihi parama samiti, sakala dosha chala barajita priti. These two brothers were extremely close to each other. And their relationship was very profound, without any type of defect or hypocrisy or insincerity. In course of time, the king gave away the kingdom to his successor, his elder son. And he himself went on into the forest, devoting his life to worshipping God. Jab pratap ravi bhayav firi doha des, prajapala ati veda vidhi katahu nahi agalesh. When Pratabhabhanu became king, his fame spread all over the country. He ruled his kingdom according to the laws of righteousness described in the Vedas. And there was no flaw. Nipihitakaraka sachiva sayana nama dharma ruchi sukra samana. And his priest was Dharma Ruchi, who was a great friend of the king and was spiritually adept in the scriptures, like Shukracharya. So the king, with the help of this wise minister, Dharma Ruchi, and his brother, Arimardhan, he began to rule his country. Sena Sangha Chaturanga Apara Amit Subhata Sab Samara Sujara Sena Biloki Ravu Harashana Aru Baje Gah Gahe Nishana. And his military power was amazingly strong. Chaturanga, the old-time military power, is described in the terms of elephants, horses, chariots, foot soldiers, with a subtle meaning behind it. You are being led to understand that you can attain great power, great success in the world. But if all that power and success does not dissolve your ego, then you will turn into Ravana. And when we talk about Chaturanga Sena, four-aspected army, every individual is a soul equipped with a whole army to battle against the forces of darkness. Your foot soldier is your Karma Yoga. Your horses are Bhakti Yoga. Horses do double purpose. Bhakti in ordinary way and Bhakti that drives the chariot. So horses play a great part. And meditative process is the elephant, Hathi. And jnana process is the whole chariot. So if you are equipped with karma, bhakti, dhyana and jnana, you have Chaturangani Sena against ignorance and its forces. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.